Hey, what's up, guys? Sandro Santowski again. I'm bringing you UFC Fight Night, Costa vs. Vettori official predictions. This event is also known as UFC Vegas 41. Is taking place in 4 hours from now. First prelims begin today, October 23rd, 2021, 1 p.m. UFC Apex, Las Vegas, Nevada. So, hey, good Saturday fights, good main event, even though it's up 20 pounds. It's a light heavyweight fight, but we know the situation there with Costa, so we'll dive into that a little bit later. So first up, bantamweight fight, Jonathan Martinez against Zavid. Let me get the odds open for this, guys. Zavid Lakashvili. And a lot of money has come in on Jonathan Martinez in the last 24 hours. We'll take a look. Jonathan Martinez has had more money come in on him than anybody in the last 24 hours. The fight is currently pick'em on 5 dimes and in Bet Online. And we know Jonathan Martinez was getting ready for Aaron Phillips here, a good striker. And he's going up against a good wrestler here in Zavid Lakashvili. But he's taking this fight on short notice, and that's always a red flag to me. Yeah, he could come in and win, shine. Hasn't fought in over a year. LFA vet. Definitely a prospect to watch. Glad the UFC signed him, but Jonathan Martinez has been in the UFC for a while, man, and he's fought some good talent. So yeah, he lost out to Davey Grant, but I don't know if the knockout threat's really going to be here from Lakashvili. But I'm going to go with Martinez here by decision, man. Not a whole lot of confidence. But I'm going to take Martinez here just because he was training and preparing for a fight. Next up, we have Lavinia Souza against Randa Marcos. Marcos, man, she just takes fights, loses them. I think she just shows up for a paycheck, man. I'm surprised she's still in the UFC, but UFC is just steadily fed her to prospects. And hey, credit to Marcos, man. She's kept her job over the years from just winning crucial fights in that. But, man, she's been in the UFC, been on the Ultimate Fighter since 2014, man. The time's just come to an end, and there's no shame in that, man. She's made it a lot longer than a lot of people in the biggest mixed martial promotion in the world. I mean, she's going up against Lavinia Souza here, the Brazilian gangsta. And she's coming off a loss to Amanda Lemos. No shame in that. Beat Ashley Yoder before that. Lost to Brianna Van Buren. No shame in these losses, man. I'm going to go with Souza here by decision. No confidence in a low-level women's mixed martial arts fight, but my pick will be Souza. Next up, a fight that should be fireworks, man. Jeff Molina against Daniel Da Silva. And Jeff Molina put on, that was a war he had with the Chinese dude, Kilang Ori, in his last fight. He's going up against Daniel Da Silva here. And I don't know, I saw some things from Molina that I liked and didn't like in that fight. Daniel Da Silva here, man. He's a nice Brazilian prospect. I'm going to go with him here, man. I don't know. Molina's got the UFC experience. I'm just going to go with the Brazilian here. This fight is currently Molina minus 175 or minus 150 on 5 dimes, plus 140 on Lacerda. I'm going to take Lacerda here. Like I said, not a whole lot of confidence in any of these plays, but next up, a fight that should be fireworks. For as long as it lasts, Karma Worthy against Choi Herbert. Karma Worthy really had some nice success, man. Coming into the UFC, big underdog against Devontae Smith, knocked him out. Beat Luis Pena when Pena gassed. Then he had a couple losses to guys that were just higher ranked than him and just a little better. But guys always in exciting fights, finish or be finished. Choi Herbert, he was on his way to beating Trinaldo, gassed. Doomed to the Wolves and Moicano in the fight after. I'm gonna go with Herbert here. I think Herbert still has a little more potential than Worthy, but it wouldn't shock me if Worthy landed on him. I'm gonna go with Herbert by first round knockout. Loreno Staropoli against Jamie Pickett. I'm gonna go with Pickett here, man. Pickett's the bigger dog. This guy was a former welterweight that moved up to middleweight. I don't like that. If it benefits him, cool. We're going to look at the betting odds, minus 195 for Staropoli, plus 180 for Pickett. I just think, I don't know. I mean, they've both been disappointments. I'm going to side with the guy that's more of a natural middleweight. I'm going to go with Pickett here, man. By decision, maybe, you know, he gets a finish, but I'm just going to go with Pickett here. Tabitha Ricci against Maria Oliveira. Ricci took a fight on short notice against Fiorat in her UFC debut. No shame in that, man. I mean, she was just a sacrifice, but she fought. Hey, she took the fight and fought. Got into the UFC. No shame in that. Maria Oliveira, 2-fight win streak, UFC debut. I'm gonna go with Ricci here, man. I think she takes up the win here in this strawweight fight. She's currently on minus 250, which is pretty crazy. A lot of people have a lot of faith in her, so I'm gonna go with Ricci here, and that'll be my pick. Man, a fight that I'm also looking forward to. I'm glad to see guys get their break and chance in the UFC. Mason Jones, who's a Welsh prospect, already fought once in the UFC, taking this fight, or fighting David Onama. Onama took the fight on short notice once Alan Patrick pulled out. No surprise there. I mean, Jones put a clinic on Patrick in their last fight. And I'm going to side with Mason Jones here by second round submission or TKO. Onama, he's got some knockouts on his record, so I'm excited for his debut, man. I really am. But the opposition has been questionable. But hey, man, he's finishing those opponents regardless. I'm excited, man. Jones, I think he still trains out of Team Alpha Male. So, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to what can happen here. Jung Park against Gregory Rodrigues. Park picked up a nice win over Negumereanu in his last fight. He's got some good wins on his record. No shame in that. He's a good wrestler. Gregory Rodrigues. I'm kind of high on this guy, man. RoboCop. Beat Todorovic. Beat Frems. I like Rodrigues here, man. I'm going to take Rodrigues here by first round knockout. Could be a decision as well, but my pick will be Rodrigues. Main card, light heavyweights. Negumereanu against Ike Villanueva. I was really impressed by Negumereanu, the Romanian. Nice win over Kamer in his last fight. He's really showed that he's gotten better from the time he took off Ike Villanueva. The guy's just, I got a real, he gets finishes early in all his fights. Just not high in this guy at all. I don't think he's UFC caliber, and I think he'll be gone after this fight. Dwight Grant against Francisco Trinaldo. I like the fact that they keep giving Trinaldo fights he can win, and I think Trinaldo's going to pick up a win here. I don't know if I got him by first round knockout or TKO. Oh, I got him by first round knockout, but I'm honestly going to change that to a decision after this. But yeah, Dwight Grant's in a lot of boring fights. He's got power, but they're super low volume guys. I'm going to go with Trinaldo here. Just based off aggression. Alex Caceres against Choi. Very excited for this fight. I think Choi's a serious prospect. I'm going to go with Choi by first round knockout. But Alex Caceres is on a nice underrated four-fight winning streak here. Jessica Rose Clark against Jocelyn Edwards. Rose Clark has been out with an injury. Beat Sarah Alpart in her last fight. I'm going to go with Jocelyn Edwards, man. Hopefully Edwards, I don't know why she's still fighting at bantamweight, but she is. And I'm gonna pick her for the win here. Grant Dawson against Ricky Glenn. Not too high on Dawson, man. I know he's a great wrestler. Trains out of James Krause's gym. Ricky Glenn really impressed with his knockout over Joaquim Silva in that last fight after a 3-year hiatus. I'm gonna go with Ricky Glenn here, man. I'm just not high on Dawson. I think Dawson needs to be a bully, or not he loses the fight. Doesn't have good striking, and I think Glenn might connect with this guy's chin, man, and just really fuck him up. I'm gonna go with Glenn here for the upset, and Glenn is, I think, a huge dog in this fight. Like I said, the UFC, I think, is trying to help Dawson go along, but you can only make so many easy fights for him. He's a minus 470. Just, dude, the guy's a former featherweight here, man. So is Glenn, but still. Paula Costa against Marvin Vettori. Hey, I think this benefits Costa, man. The fact that this fight has moved up 20 pounds. He's not cutting that additional weight. He shouldn't be as chinny. I like Costa here, man. I know the whole world hates Costa right now. Oh, man, Vettori's a minus 190, minus 200 on Bet Online. Their comeback on Costa, plus 175, plus 170. Man, dude, Costa is still the number 3 ranked middleweight in the world. Vettori is ranked 6. I mean, you can say what you want about Costa being unprofessional. Guy doesn't want to be in the UFC. Wants to probably do boxing, do whatever he can to make more money. Maybe fight for Bellator or somebody else. I don't know. I mean, I don't know his strategy, but I mean, it's clear that the guy is coming across as the heel, and the guy still looks in shape. I mean, the guy looks muscular and in shape. Don't know what his cardio was going to be like, but he's not a fat slob. He just didn't want to cut the weight, and he's a natural light heavyweight anyhow, man. He's just too big, too muscular, too much weight to cut, man. He's got a small reach for if he fights at light heavyweight going forward, but in this fight, I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, Vettori's best shot is to drag him into the later rounds, but man, I think Costa can pick up. I think he can still pick up a decision. Who knows if he doesn't take the first 3 rounds, or or whatnot, But I'm gonna go with Costa here by knockout. So I think Vettori's gonna come in wild and aggressive, and Vettori's definitely the emotional dude. Costa hasn't shown any emotion. He's been real chill. And that might be a strategy going forward, or maybe he's just that lackluster about fighting. Hopefully he doesn't throw this fight or no shady stuff like that. But my pick is going to be Costa here at those plus 170 dog odds. So those are my picks, guys. Thanks for joining me.